Thanks to LL Bean for presenting today's storybook with limited commercial interruption.
We couldn't afford to eat organic. We don't make a lot of money. He's a carpenter and I'm a dog trainer, so we do what we love and what works for us, but eating well and eating healthy has always been something that we're both really aware of and want to achieve. Growing our own food was the best and really only way to do that. There's still a real lack of organic food that's easily accessible to regular people.
We started this project partly as an experiment and partly just because we were both into gardening. We went through a lot of stress about food and whatever during COVID, and so we wanted to produce our own food and started kind of watching videos of people doing it and whatever. And we had already had our own garden and stuff like that, but we really ramped it up as a result of seeing that people were really looking for kind of answers on this kind of thing, and then seeing that a lot of the answers that are provided sometimes aren't great or not clear or whatever, you know, and so it kind of led us into this adventure on our own. We just sort of started expanding our little garden into this whole farm that's what it is today.
It does take a few years to really get things going. When we started our farm 4 years ago, and we said, just wait 5 years. Give ourselves 5 years to really get the fruit trees up and running, get the fruit production up and running. And during COVID, we talked about getting chickens in part because of the grocery shortages. And we were like, you know, we know how to do it. My dad and I both had chickens for years. And we were like, let's, you know, tentatively, let's talk about chickens. And he came home one day and said, I ordered 7 chickens. They'll be here in May. And so we built a coop, and the next thing we know, Mark is loving it and I was really enjoying it. So we're like, let's try ducks, you know, let's see what that's like. Neither one of us had ever done it, but I have a lot of experience working at barns and with livestock. So we tried that and we loved the ducks. They were really happy, and I've been able to use the positive reinforcement methods that I've learned through dog training and use it with the ducks and chickens to make their care really enjoyable and happy.
I'm a carpenter, and so is my father-in-law, and so when he decided to get chickens, we started building this. And it started as originally just going to be a very small chicken house, but like I told you, I researched all into their care and whatever, and as a result of that, it became the Chicken Palace. And so that's Kramer. Yeah, we call him Kramer because he moves around in the same way that Kramer comes through a door on Seinfeld. So we built this, and just sort of, it kind of evolved as it came. You know, as the birds came or whatever, it got bigger and bigger. The duck house got added on, but we decided to insulate it. Most of bird homes like this are not insulated, and I think it's a lot of why we get egg production through the winter. So all the birds are actually inside right now. Normally they would be out. We use a solar-powered electric fence that is movable. So we move them around all the time. So they're always on like fresh ground. We never let them just beat one area down. But they're locked in right now because of the avian influenza. You have to keep them under cover like this so that no foreign duck or goose, you know, wild animal stuff can get in their run or anywhere where they're going to be. Chickens are the most vulnerable to it. Ducks and geese, it's not as harmful to them, even domesticated, but chickens, it'll kill them in like hours.
We have a pair of wild mallards that was, they came last year for the first time and they're back this year, but they're one of the biggest transmitters of the disease, and we didn't want to scare them away. So part of it is, you know we have that that danger here, and we wanted to be really careful.
But they've had chicks in our pond before, so you don't want to scare them away, you know, because they're clearly using it as a breed, and they come back every year, the same ducks.
But we haven't had any symptoms or any issues with our birds health-wise. We have really wide variety. We wanted rainbow eggs. It was one of my conditions of chickens was I wanted to get rainbow eggs.
So duck eggs are used like chicken eggs, but they're also, they're known as the baker's secret. They have a higher fat content, healthy fats, but they have a higher fat content, so they make really good baking.
So I use them mostly in my baking. I also put them in scrambles, and they taste wonderful. There is a different flavor than a chicken egg. Some people don't like it fried just straight. So if for those people, I say put it in cookies, in banana bread, anything baked, and it's wonderful. It actually makes your baked goods lighter, fluffier, and richer. The first time I put them in cookies, I think everybody was like, these are the best cookies you've ever made. And they're delicious, and especially if you have really rich, healthy birds, then you're gonna get really rich, healthy eggs that are just delicious. Our flock is really varied. We also have a lot of heirloom breeds of chicken. So they're typically hybrids, not just for meat or production. They tend to be for both. And we find the ones that are not just for meat tend to be a little healthier. They don't gain as much weight, and they tend to have less health problems. So we followed that with our ducks as well. Miss Mavis likes to hang out up on the rafters at night. Everybody else goes to bed, and she waits for Mark to come down, and he has to lift her up off of the rafter.
So I have to stand up on this bar and reach up there, and she steps gracefully onto my hand, and then I lift her down and place her in front of the door like the queen chicken that she is, and then she goes in for the night.
What happens if you guys are on vacation? You have to have somebody come.
We don't go on vacation.
Between
I'm serious. We have not gone on vacation because I cannot figure out how I can get anyone to stand up there and hold on, and then with one hand. And how is she going to get onto their hand? I don't know. She does it for me every single night. But anyway,
You're a very good chicken.
we have unique chickens. I am a chicken tender.
At Native Maine, we work with over 88 local farms and producers across the state. It's such an honor to be able to work with such amazing farmers and manufacturers.
We really value our partnership with Native Maine. They're just a great group of people to work with. When you buy from a local business, that local business owner is using that money to pay local people to work and then go out into the community and spend those dollars. Native Maine can do that for us, and we can focus on growing the food.
We're the pros at growing the mushrooms, and Native Maine are the pros at distributing them.
Hi everyone, and welcome to this special Mother's Day episode of Plate the State. We got some of those incredible eggs from Blue Fire Farm. We're bringing them to Chef Mimi at Surly in Portland, and she's going to show a couple awesome recipes for your Mother's Day brunch. We are also introducing a whole new segment called Maine or Made. We're really excited to show you what that's all about. But first, let's go see what Chef Mimi has in store.
Hello everybody, welcome. My name is Mimi Weissenborn and I'm the executive chef of Surly right here in downtown Portland. So for today, we are going to be making a Mother's Day brunch board. Figuring out what we were gonna do for this, I actually called my mother, who is near and dear to my heart, and asked her, hey, what would you wanna eat if I were to plan a Mother's Day brunch for you? She's a grazer, just like myself. What do I mean by that? That means she likes to eat a lot of variety of things, but small amounts. Whatever you have, this is kind of the theme of this actual board, is to use up all your ingredients. Whatever I always say, you kind of have everything except for the kitchen sink. So I'm gonna get into some of the ingredients that we're working with today, and then I'll go ahead and show everybody how to assemble. I've kind of broken this down, and I've done in a selection of meats, cheeses, pickled things, sweet dry things, also more pickled things, jams, and then I've got my wonderful eggs over here and a little bit of cured salmon. So again, kind of anything you are working with, you can tailor this to what your appetite is. I'm gonna go ahead and just build I'm gonna start in this corner. Now we've got this lovely cured salmon. Now this is salmon that we've actually cured in-house. This is something you could also do at your home. If you're feeling super adventurous, you can take equal parts salt and sugar, and believe it or not, you can take a whole salmon, do 72 hours if you set it in there, and then it gives you this incredible looking salmon. So I think I want some chives with that. So I'm gonna set ourselves up here. Now I'm gonna go into some of the other bigger things. We've got our cheddar here. So I've got my other cheese here. These are just a quick 10-minute hard-boiled egg. Wow, look at these. These are incredible. So these are our local eggs. Something that I do at my house a lot is we actually have a pickling day. So we will do red onions. I will do my own pickles. This is a great way to use up ingredients from going bad, but also great way if you make a sandwich to put all that stuff on your sandwich. So let's move into now. I've got my olives here. So I've got our pickles now, and we're just arranging, we're spreading things out. So now I'm working towards some smaller things. I've got a little bit of chorizo here. I'm just gonna arrange this in a circle. We had a little bit of fresh cauliflower that I've cut up. This is a wonderful blueberry jam that we make right here in-house. I love blueberry jam right on the plate, so I'm gonna go ahead and just drop it over here. So here we have our pickled red onions. We're gonna go ahead. We've got more onions, but these are turmeric pickled onions. All right, now we've got our figs. Now these were just fresh figs that I've cut up. A little bit of raisins, so I went ahead and just, any dried fruit you have, you can put on there. Pistachios, pick your favorite nut, you can add it. These are Maine Crisp crackers. These are actually gluten-free. So gluten-free people, if you don't know about these crackers, they are incredible. And this is the fun part. So here I've got a little bit of honey. This is not, but I also love to do truffle honey at home. So I just take a little bit of truffle oil and I mix it in with my honey, and it is chef's kiss. I love dill on my salmon, so I've got fresh dill here. We've also got these beautiful pea shoots that come in. So this is the part where you get to add the pops of green. This is actually one of my favorite parts. Wow, I don't know about you, but I think we're gonna be the coolest kids at this party. And there you have it. We have our Mother's Day brunch board. This is something you can prepare and bring to your mom in bed. Mom, I hope you love it. I'm making this for you, so surprise. Hopefully this airs after the fact so you don't know you're surprised. And we thank you so much for joining us here at Surly, right in downtown Portland. We also encourage you to visit us at Gather in Yarmouth. And shout out to all the mothers out there. Happy Mother's Day. We hope you enjoy.
We're getting there to sunnier days, being with the ones we love, and now with those you've missed. This is you remastering the art of life. And while you're getting back at it, we'll be here to help you master the art of money. Norway Savings. Live your life in color.
This week's Pantry Tip is brought to you by Norway Savings Bank.
Hi everyone, and welcome to this extra special pantry tip on Plate This Date. I have these two great girls here, Nora and Ellie, and for this Mother's Day episode, they wanted to make something special for their moms, but they know that they don't have a lot of access to ingredients and things like that, so we found this really great, the Scone Goddess Mix. They're super high quality, made in Maine, and the only thing you have to add is cream. Anybody can do it, everyone will eat it, it's one of our favorite things. And we are wearing these gorgeous little aprons from Yo Mama's Apron Strings. They're based on very vintage feels with really fun, whimsical fabric, and it just makes cooking that much more fun, and you can find that at yomamasaprons.com. Are we ready to start baking?
Yeah.
All right, so we have two flavors to choose from. We have a coconut chocolate chip or a wild Maine blueberry. Which one should we do?
Blueberry.
Blueberry, all right, let's get baking. All right, so we have our oven preset to 375. So Nora, why don't you go ahead and pour that incredible wild Maine blueberry lemon scone mix right into that bowl, and there's like real blueberries in there. It's so fun. And we have a cup and a quarter cup of cold heavy cream. That's literally all you need. Okay, dump it on in there. All right, give that a mix. Good job. So I'm going to tell you all a little tip. You know, you hear something when you're baking, sometimes you see something called folding the ingredients, which is weird because what do you fold at home, right? Laundry? Shirts? It doesn't really make sense. Folding it in means you're just kind of taking the ingredients for the bottom and kind of flipping them over on the top. So that incorporates everything without getting it too over mixed. All right, so that is perfect consistency right there. You kind of want that little bit of wet sand consistency. All right, so we have our tray right here. I'm gonna dump this on here, and we are going to come over here and kind of gently mold it into like a disc, like as one big disc. Then we're gonna cut it. That's a trick with scones. Yeah, so there you go, perfect. All right, so I'm gonna cut this almost like a pizza. So we're gonna do 6 triangles. We're gonna separate our scones. Good, and that's it. So all we have to do is bake them. Is this like one of the easiest things you've ever done?
Yeah.
All right, let's go get these in the oven.
But how long do they bake for?
That is a great question. They go in for about 18 minutes until they're nice and golden brown.
These are gonna be so good. I know, right?
All right, so before you got here, I cooked some of the raspberry and cream scones because I know you both love raspberries a lot. And part of the fun part of being as a baker is that you get to eat too, right?
Yeah.
All right, so once we've made these scones, what are we?
Scone goddesses.
Yes, we are. All right, eat away, girls. And to find Scone Goddess mix, you can look at sconegoddess.com. And to find these gorgeous aprons, it is yourmamasapronstrings.com. And thank you so much to Chef Nora and to Chef Ellie. And happy Mother's Day to both of your moms. They're so lucky to have you as daughters. And this pantry tip and all of our recipes can be found at platethestate.com. Thanks for your help, girls. Scone cheers.
Hi, and welcome to this very special Mother's Day episode of Maynard Made. We are going to be showing you some incredible gifts that are produced all throughout the state from artists, producers, and some just really cool people. And we're so excited to show you some options to get for your mom or that person in your life that you just want to give a little extra sugar to. And speaking of sugar, we are going to start with my outfit, which is from Sugar. One of the things I really love about the designs that they have is they're super versatile, and a lot of them can be made a little more formal and fancy, and a lot of them can just be super cozy and casual, or they can be both. So one of their most popular selling items is the loop. It comes in a bunch of different colors, and there's 10 different ways to wear it. How I have it right now is like a little shrug. You can wear it over like a dress, sundress, tank top for a little extra warmth and pop of color. So another really popular way to wear it, the owner and designer Roxy, this is one of her go-to every day, is you just pop it around your neck, and it just adds a little pop of color, a little extra pizzazz to get you through your day. So next, everyone needs a great tote, right? So Casco totes, they're located in South Freeport. Every mom needs something that they can look cute carrying, but also is really functional. And I really love this size. This could be great for a diaper bag, overnight bag, weekend getaway, going to the beach, going out on the boat, so many things you can use it for. So being a mom is stressful. There's lots of late nights, long days, long years, and that can take a toll on our skin, right? So Pickles Potions uses stuff from her own garden, from local farms, and she makes these very high quality skincare. And she wants to make it known she's not just a girl making things in her kitchen. She actually has a background in science, so she knows all these incredible natural ingredients that work really well for skin. And of course, jewelry can always be an option to give as a lovely gift as well. We love Ann Woodman. She does these free-form, fun, beautiful jewelries, but using fine metals and semi-precious stones. These bracelets are so much fun, so great for summer. They come in so many different colors. They are stackable. You can wear one, you can wear a lot, and we love these colors because they just are all about the beach. Make sure that you follow along on Facebook and Instagram at Plate the State, because we are going to be doing giveaways for pretty much all of these items. So if you see something that you must have in the week between this runs and Mother's Day next Sunday, we're going to be giving these away pretty much every day. Peace House Studio in Bath has come up with this really beautiful line of clothes that are made from beautiful sustainable fabrics. They are just so sweet, and the best thing is when your kid doesn't wear them anymore, they will buy them back from you. It doesn't matter how trash they are, don't worry. They will take them, they'll recycle them, they'll turn them into something new and then resell them. So there's this beautiful cycle going, and the clothes are adorable, and they're made to order. Kids really love them. And to keep the extra celebratory flair going, Venus Fizz House has such awesome products.
They have these really fun sugar cubes that are infused with bitters. So these would be great to add into a Manhattan or something like that. And of course, they have the lavender ones that goes perfect in champagne. So instead of doing a mimosa this Mother's Day, you can pop one of these sugar cubes in this Prosecco that Kat, our wine stylist from Sopo Wine Co. recommended. It's light with acidity, it's dry, so it's really gonna complement the sugar cube really well. And all of the Sopo wines that we feature on the show and that they carry can be found in independent wine stores all throughout Maine. All right, and now we have our lavender sugar cube. Donk. All right, now the celebration time can officially begin. Thank you so much for joining this first segment of Mainer Made for Mother's Day. We hope that you saw some beautiful things here that are all made in our state that you want to buy for someone you love in your life, or maybe even for yourself. Don't forget to go on platethestate.com, the Mainer Made page. You can learn how you can support all of these incredible makers to whatever Mama Love looks like for you this year. Cheers, and we'll be right back.
When I wake up in the morning and I know I'm going to SMCC or my class, I know I'm gonna have a great day.
Hi guys! Hi guys! I've never met someone as genuine and that has so much experience in this field as my professor Maureen LaSalle.
We spend a lot of time working with the industry, understanding what they want, what they need from our students. We can help them by getting them more prepared to come out of our classes into the workforce. We don't ever want a student not to apply because they don't believe they can afford it. There should be no financial barriers. We will work with you to make sure that you can be here.
At Town & Country Federal Credit Union, our mobile app lets you do almost anything from anywhere. Deposit checks, pay bills, move money, and much more. And if you need us, we're always here to help. Learn more at tcfcu.com.
Today's leftover ideas are brought to you by Town & Country Federal Credit Union, helping you stretch your food dollars.
Hello, it's Chef Mimi again, and for today on our leftover tip, we are going to be making egg salad. So we've got our leftover eggs. I'm just gonna do a quick chop on these. These are, of course, the eggs that we got from Blue Fire Farm. Remember those gorgeous eggs I showed you earlier before we were making the boards? Here they are again. So I've got our eggs in here now. Wonderful. Now I've got, from the party, we've got a little bit of scallion I'm gonna add in there. I always like to start with a little pinch at first. I've got a little bit of pickled red onion left over. I'm just gonna go ahead. If you wanna chop them, you can. Totally not necessary. I'm just gonna put them in as is. That's gonna add a nice hit of acid for this dish. So we've got our celery here. And I'm just gonna do a couple little chops here. It's gonna add that nice bit of crunch that we're looking for in this. Again, totally okay if you don't have any. It's just something we have. A lot of people have celery at home, so why not add it? So I've got my leftover dill. Again, I'm just doing a pinch. A pinch is a theme. Always start with a little, and then you can add more as you go if you like more. And the same is true for salt and pepper. Always start small, go to bigger. So we'll do a little pinch of salt. We will do a little pinch of pepper. This is our garlic aioli that we have. I always like a little bit of mustard in mine just to kind of add to the flavor profile and break up with some of that acid. And then look at all these wonderful colors together. We're gonna mix everything together. Hard to believe sometimes when you look at this that this is leftovers. This would actually be a first choice meal for me here. Now this is something, maybe you have crackers left over. This is also another great snack. We've got a piece of toast, so I'm gonna go ahead and build a little toast sandwich for you here. So we're gonna go right on our toast. And then I think we have some leftover pea tendrils. Gonna add a little dill just for, add that little bit of color I'm looking for. And then I had a little bit of pea shoots we're gonna add, a little bit of red watercress. And there you have it. You have today's tip. For this recipe and all recipes that you see on the show, please visit platethestate.com.
Today's cocktail presented by Liquid Riot, a distillery, brewery, and Resto Bar located in Portland's Old Port. Enjoy a meal, cocktail, or beer on the waterfront deck. Spirits, 4-packs, and food are also available for takeout and delivery. Liquid Riot is proud to support local farmers. Cheers.
Hello everyone, my name is GUSTAF Johnson. I'm a bartender at Liquid Riot Bottling Company, and today we're going to be making a Boulevardier. We're going to be using our Liquid Riot Old Port Straight Bourbon. This is whiskey made with corn grown in Maine. So we're going to add just an ounce of that to our mixing glass here. We are reaching for this Carpano Antica Formula Sweet Vermouth. 1 ounce there, and an ounce of Campari is going to finish it off. Awesome. I'm just popping a ice ball that we made here into this glass. Now we are going to stir this drink with ice to get it nice and cold and diluted. This is a lovely spirit-forward drink that will really just get you where you're going. Bittersweet vermouth, nice bitter Campari, really great kind of aperitivo beverage. We're gonna strain this over our ice ball. That is going to make the drink stay very cold and dilute slower. And we will finish it off with just a little bit of oil from this orange swath. So that's gonna give this a nice bit of citrus touch to it. Beautiful. That is a Boulevardier made with Liquid Riot straight bourbon.
Here at Liquid Riot, you can walk right in here and see us making whiskey, rum, vodka, Fernet, and a number of other specialty spirits. All of our ingredients focus on Maine and locally sourced ingredients, and we're so lucky to be able to work with all these farms here in Maine. You can enjoy our house-made spirits at our bar with wonderful cocktail recipes with our lovely staff. Come on in and have a drink with us. Cheers.
Thank you so much for watching this special Mother's Day episode of Plate the State. All of the recipes we made today are on platethestate.com, as well as all of our podcast episodes, our Mainers Made page, and everything else that we're up to wherever your appetite takes you on Mother's Day and anytime throughout the year. Cheers, and big hugs to all the moms out there, and we'll see you next time.
Hello, sunshine, won't you come in? It's been so long since I've seen that smile. Oh, and I'd be grateful if you would walk with me and share some of your precious time.
Can't think what I'm looking at. Those green nuts, what are they called? Pistachios.
So, whatever Mama loves looks like blah, blah. So it's ever blah. Cheers, and we'll be back blah blah blah.